everyone, and welcome to the Best Day Ever Crafting Podcast. This is a podcast about my making journey and celebrating with you all the reasons why crafting every day makes for the best day ever. My name is Trish, and I can be found on Instagram and Ravelry as Tie Dye Diva. You'll find show notes in the Ravelry group. There'll be links to all the things I talk about today. And just other general information about the podcast. You can also find me at my sticker and stationery shop, which is thefibertree.com, and I will also leave a link to that in the description box below. So I hope everyone is doing well. It has been quite a while. Did not anticipate that I would take so long to get to podcast again, but you know how it is. Life gets in the way, and that's just it. So I'm here now, and I do have lots to share with you, including our winners from our make-along, which was our best-along that we completed several weeks ago. So I've already drawn the names of the winners. So let's get into that right now. Random number generator chose two names, and our first winner for the best along is Nancy. She is La Jolla girl, and Nancy knit the Emsworth vest by Isabel Kramer. So congratulations, Nancy. Our second winner is Aquila. She's known as Aquila DeHun on Ravelry and Instagram, and Aquila knitted the Highland slipover. So congratulations, ladies. Let me tell you what you will be able to choose from. These two skeins of yarn here. This was donated by a podcast viewer. This particular end of row yarns came from my stash, and I thought that they coordinated really, really well together. So I'm going to pair those together. So that's one option. The other option is from Pumpkins and Wool, and this is a sock set, and the color is rustic teal. So it's a rustic teal sock set. It's really, really pretty. And you will also, if you so desire, be able to choose from a couple of books. These were also generously donated by podcast viewers. This is the Knitted Gifts book. This is a classic. And this here, New England Knits. To me, this is a classic. I own this book. I love every single sweater in this book. I've already knitted one, and I remember when this book came out, I had as my goal to knit every single sweater in this book. Well, of course that didn't happen, but I still love this book. And as you can see, it says timeless knitwear with a modern twist. So even though this book was written, I think about at least 10 years ago, you will find that the knits in here are timeless indeed. So if you desire, you can choose from either one of these books. They will be first come, first serve. So Nancy or Aquila, whichever gets to me first, let me know which of the yarns and books you would like. And they also both will be packaged in a tote bag, which says Best Day Ever. I actually picked these up from Target a few months ago, and I said, these would be perfect for podcast giveaways. So you'll be receiving yarn and a tote and a book if you so desire. So again, congratulations, ladies, and thank you to everyone who participated. And I'll tell you progress on my vest later on. And I'm apologizing in advance for my voice. I've been congested since the spring began, and here we are into the summer, and I'm still congested. So I'm assuming it's just allergies and who knows what else. In and out between hot, and then you come inside to the AC. So I'm going to try not to be too obnoxious with the sniffling and clearing my throat today. So let's talk about finished objects. I, in the past few weeks, have managed to finish a couple of things. So I'll share those with you now. I did finish this pair of socks. They were just about finished the last time I podcasted, and they are complete now. This is just a basic vanilla top-down sock. The pattern that I use is by Crazy Sock Lady. As you can see, it just has the basic heel flap and gusset. And I also knit these with a pretty long cuff. I like a nice long cuff for my socks. And I knit this out of one of my Hypnotic Yarns club yarns, and the color is Mermazing. So here they are. These are going to end up as a gift to someone. I was with a good friend, and she saw me making these, and she's like, who are those for? And I just felt really generous that day. Normally, I am a very selfish knitter. I primarily knit for myself, but a girl can only wear but so many pairs of hand knitted socks. So I will happily be gifting these off to a friend. So that's one finished object. My next finished object is the Strya hat by Andrea Mowry. And here it is. So this hat is knit in what's called half fisherman's rib. As you can see, I think I wove my ends in, but I still have to cut them off. So again, so this is knit in half fisherman's rib. So you can see the pattern there. Looks a lot like brioche, but a completely different technique. What else can I say about this? Because it is half fisherman's rib, it's interesting the way that this knits up. I kind of feel like it takes twice as long to knit when you're doing half fisherman's rib, because you literally have to go around, you have to do a round twice in order for it to count as one round. So it took quite a bit of time. This was supposed to be completed in 4 days. Andrea Mowry had a make-along during the last holiday about a month ago. And it started on a Thursday, and you were supposed to complete it by Monday. Well, it took me maybe towards the end of the following week to complete it, because like I said, it's quite a slog of a knit. It definitely takes twice as long, but I do love the way it turned out. The yarn that I used is Farmer's Daughter sock yarn, which is a fingering weight yarn. This color is, did I write the color down? I did not write the color down, but this is the Pentler sock base. And I did my stripes with some leftover project yarn. This like highlighter yellow, and there's a gray, and this almost like a neon peach is what I use for the stripes. Yeah, so you will also notice, if you have knit this hat before, it has like a little peak that comes up at the top, middle top. But honestly, as I got to the end of this hat, to the crown, I did more decreases more rapidly. So instead of having that peak, because I was really had enough of knitting this hat. So instead of having the peak, it's more of a flat base at the top. And I think I kind of like that even better. Let me see if I can try it on without messing up my hair too much. So this is what it looks like on. So as you can see, instead of having that peak, it's nice and flat, which is pretty cool. So it's a really cute beanie style hat. And I love that it comes over the ears. So this will be nice and warm this winter to just throw on as I go out to run errands or whatever. So that's my second finished object, which is the Strya hat by Andrea Mowry. So let's talk about whips. What have I been working on? Let's talk about some sad news with one of my whips. Let's get into the vest. I did not finish my vest. I got distracted with other things, and I went back to pick it up this week, and I made what I thought I was making really, really good progress on my vest. And let me show you what it looks like at this point. So as you can see, I've got a front. This is the front and this is the back. Quite a bit of knitting done. But what had happened was, you know how it is when you've been away from a project for a while and you forget to mark where you were in the pattern. And so it was a combination of two things, not marking where I was in the pattern and basically just not paying attention. So long story short, I ended up knitting the front the exact same way that I knit the back. This pattern, you can do either a crew neck, a round crew neck, or you can do a V-neck. My intention was to do the V-neck. And I don't know, I was just knitting away. And I'm like, this doesn't look like a V-neck. This is knitting up more like a round neck. So first mistake, not reading the pattern and not following the instructions for the V-neck. Second mistake was knitting the front as for the back. So basically, I did the exact same thing for the front as I did for the back, and it looks okay. So now I just have to decide, am I going to, here's the front. So am I going to rip all of this out in the front, which would be a good 7 inches? Do I rip all that out, or do I just go with the crew neck and make it work? In order to make this work, I'm going to have to knit the shoulder straps a little longer before I seam them. That will hopefully make the crew neck come down a little lower. As you can see, I've got these stitches on hold in the front, and I've already started knitting up the side for the shoulder. So that's going to require me to, if I fudge the pattern, to pick up stitches on either side to make the crew neck. So the V-neck would be out of the question unless I rip back. But I think I can still make it work by knitting the crew neck. So that's where I am now. I was so frustrated with myself last night when I realized what I was doing, what I had done. So that's where I am, and I have decisions to make. What am I going to do? So this is going to go in timeout for a couple of days until I can figure it out. I am off work on Monday. Today is Friday, July 1st. So maybe I'll spend some time on it Monday. We'll see. So that's one whip that I'm not happy about at all, but it happens, right? So my second whip is a new whip since we last chatted, and this whip is called, it's actually a crochet project. It is called the Rhoda wrap, Rhoda, by Dinah Moore. She is the owner of the Knitting Place, which is a lovely yarn shop in Long Island, New York. And so the Rhoda wrap is basically it's a shawlette that can be worn around the neck. So, well, not a shawlette, more like a kerchief. Like a kerchief that can be worn around the neck, like just so. Or it can be worn as a head wrap. I can't decide which is cuter, the head wrap or the neckerchief. And I also can't decide that if I wear it as a head wrap, because my hair is so thick. Do I wear it with some hair out? I'm totally not putting this on correctly. So do I wear it with some hair out, or do I cover my hair completely up? I'm totally messing up my hair. But so if I wore it without my hair out, which is probably what I would do, I would just have to tie it really, really tight just to keep my thick hair in submission. But I think this is super, super cute. This would be really, really cute. Just hanging out on the weekend, maybe going to the park, wearing this on your head, not on a super hot day, because I cannot wear like head scarves or head wraps when it's super hot. But going into the late summer months and into the fall, this would be a perfect little accessory, I think. As you can see, it is knit with these clusters of double crochet. Of course, you've got your increases on either side, and it's just basically a tiny, tiny shawl. At the end, when I'm done, I will be picking up and knitting an edge all the way, crocheting an edge all the way around here. So super fun, super easy. I am primarily a knitter, so whenever I come across a crochet pattern that makes sense to me and is easy to follow, then it gets a thumbs up for me. And this pattern definitely is a thumbs up. So as you can see, it's very sparkly. The yarn that I'm using is Juniper Moon Farms Summer Solstice, and that's the cotton. I believe it's a cotton linen blend. That's this strand here, and it is kind of slubby. It's a fingering weight cotton linen blend, and I'm holding it with a lace weight yarn. This is called, this is by Rossetti Yarns. This is their Cotton and Gold, and as you can see, it's got sequins spun in it. So I will say I'm loving the combination. Knitting with yarn with sequins does have a few challenges though, because if you have to frog it, sometimes those sequins can just get embedded in those stitches, and it can be really hard to pull it apart. And that's what happened here when I realized I'd made a mistake in the pattern, and I just had to end up just cutting it and starting over again. So only drawback, but I think it's worth it because those sequins are so pretty. So yeah, so that's the Rhoda wrap by Dinah Moore, and it's almost done. So hopefully I will have it completed by the next time I podcast. Cashmere, my cat, is sitting right here in front of me. He loves this yarn too. He loves all yarn. Okay, don't touch Cash. Let's see. I am also working on another pair of socks. As you know, this is summer sock camp time. So Kay Litton, who is the crazy sock lady, is hosting a summer-long sock make-along. And I'm not sure if I showed, no, I don't think I showed these the last time. So I've got one complete of my first pair of socks. This yarn is also from Farmer's Daughter. This is the Farmer's Daughter, let's see here. This is Farmer's Daughter Pentler sock also, and the color is A New Dawn. Really, really pretty. It's this orange with these deep orange speckles, and this was the mini that she that was included with it. And instead of doing the heel, toe, and cuff, I just opted, like I always do, for the long cuff. I was afraid I wouldn't have enough for the heel and the toe if I did the long cuff, so I just did the long cuff, and I absolutely love them. So that's sock number one, and here is sock number two. Last night I just completed picking up and decreasing for the gusset, so these are also almost done. So super, super excited about these. I would have hoped to have gotten a lot more sock knitting and just knitting and crocheting in general done. But like I said, life has been a bit hectic here lately. I want to show you these cute little charms from that were gifted to me, and they all came from the Crazy Sock Lady Summer Sock Camp update. And my good friend Stacy, hey Stacy, was kind enough to pick these up for me. So that's the Campfire Progress Keeper. So cute. And this is the S'mores, in keeping with the Summer Sock Camp theme. So, so cute. The bag that these socks are in, yes, Midwest Stitches is the maker of this bag. I was also able to snag this in the first Summer Sock Camp update that Crazy Sock Lady had. So I love this bag. It as you can see, it's two-tone, two different fabrics, and it snaps on either side, which is really, really nice. And it's the perfect size. I've just thrown this in my tote bag to be on the go so many times. So again, Midwest Stitches is the maker of this cute little bag. So we're kind of getting into acquisitions a little bit. My final whip is, let's see, let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, so my final whip is a shawl. And remember, I just recently completed my first official brioche project, which is the eyeball shawl that had the brioche edging. And I wanted to continue that knitting brioche so that I would stay, just keep those brioche skills going, because you know how it is. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. At least that's the case with me. So I cast on for the Plumpy shawl, which is another pattern by Andrea Mowry, and I'll insert a picture of it here. And here is the progress on my Plumpy. So it's in this weird stage, which looks like a thong, but it is not a thong. It is indeed a shawl. It will be a shawl. So there I am here. It's looking good. Doing some increases there. And the yarn that I'm using is Malabrigo Rios, which is a worsted weight. The pattern calls for a DK weight, but with shawls, they're so forgiving that way. So you don't necessarily have to, you can knit a shawl in whatever weight you want. Just expect that it will either be larger or smaller, depending on what weight you choose. And here are my yarns. So let me see if I can remember. So I believe this deep blue here is Azul Profundo. The gray is Gris. The pink is Magenta. And the variegated is Wells Road. Pretty proud of myself that I remembered those. So yeah, so not a lot of progress on that, but like I said, I'm going to be off for the next couple of days, so I'm really hoping to get quite a bit of progress done on my Plumpy shawl. The other whip that is sitting here beside me, I'm not going to show it to you, but it is my Metamorphic sweater, another pattern by Andrea Mowry. I have not touched it since the last time we talked, but I have decided that I'm definitely going to be doing short sleeves on that sweater. I saw someone's Instagram feed, and they showed a short sleeve version, and I fell in love with it. So I'm definitely going to do short sleeves, and I'm going to try to adjust my stitches in a way that the sleeves aren't super tight. I even like the length I have here, so not quite elbow, but to about maybe a couple of inches before the elbow. And I want to adjust the stitches in such a way that I can still wear a shirt underneath, either a t-shirt or like a white crisp shirt, and it not look tight. So that's what I'll be working on when I complete the sleeves for the metamorphic. So I think that's all I have as far as works in progress and finished objects. So let's go into acquisitions. Something else that I acquired from Stacy, keeping with the summer sock theme, is another progress keeper. Look at that. Is that not the cutest? So I'm not quite sure where she got this from, but it is just so cute. Let me take it out so you can see all the detail. I'm gonna put this on my next pair of socks that I'm working on. It even has headlights in the back of the van. Oh, it's so cute. Not a van, this is a camper. So cute. Things like this you pick up when you're knitting, and it just brings you so much joy. So much joy. So also from one of the summer sock camp Crazy Sock Lady updates, I picked up this camp themed color, and it is Summer Sock Camp 2022. Really pretty. 463 yards of a superwash merino nylon blend. And this was created by Happy Mermaid Yarn Company. So these will definitely get on the needles for Summer Sock Camp. I think what I need to do so that I can stay focused is just grab all of the yarn I know I want to use for Summer Sock Camp and just wind it up and line it up so that I can just stay consistent. So my final acquisition from I've got one more. One of the Summer Sock Camp updates is this project bag. And I'm going to put the name of the maker here because there's no tag on the inside of the bag. But beautiful bag. Also keeping with the camping theme. Got a canoe and some tents and trees and barbecue and a compass. Really nice heavy canvas. Really cute bag. And I've got yarn in here too. Do you want to see what my next pair of socks is going to be? The next pair of socks is going to be a DK weight sock. And this is going to be the body of the sock. The heel or cuff is going to be this beautiful lime green, which is Malabrigo. And this here, this color is, I'm drawing a blank. I'm going to put it right down here. The ball band is sitting in the room where I wound it up. Nope, it's not coming to me. So look at those colors. You've got some lime green, the yellow. See how perfectly that matches. So this is either going to be the heel or toe or cuff. And this here, I just haven't decided where I'm going to place these. And I might even try to get some of that hot pink. So I may have the heel, toe, and cuff in 3 different colors. So I want this to be a super colorful, fun pair of socks. They are DK socks, so most likely I will not be wearing them out of the house. They'll be like shorty socks for staying cozy this winter. So super excited about those. When my current pair comes off the needles, these will get cast on. And I've already got the knitting needles in here, which is a size 3. I recommend it in the pattern that I'll be using, which is also a Crazy Sock Lady pattern. Let's see, what else do I want to share with you? Oh, so the other bag from the update, which is this one here. So since I have 3 bags that are themed for the make along, I should probably get my 3rd pair of socks that I want to knit ready to go in this bag. So yes, I'll do that in the next couple of days. And I also picked up the Summer Sock Camp pin, which I think these pins are still available on the crazysocklady.co website. So just a couple more things I wanted to share with you. And they are Sock Squad acquisition. So this is the June Farmer's Daughter Sock Squad acquisition. The color is Zootown. Very nice. So I'm thinking, I wonder, do I want this to be my 3rd pair of socks? It matches the bag. Maybe that's a sign. So I'll stick that in here. So that came along. And also, I don't think I shared this with you. This is the May color for the Sock Squad. And this is on the Bear Paw sock base, which is superwash merino, yak, and nylon. I have yet to knit with this particular base from the Sock Squad. I think I want to take all of these, and all of them have like I would say like an autumnal colors. I would love to do a stripes sweater with these. So I'm kind of like, I don't want to say hoarding, but I'm holding on to them until I can figure out what to do with them. But I definitely think I want to do a striped sweater. I think it is Bear Paw sock with that yak. That would just be so luscious and so beautiful. So the final thing I want to share with you is a book that I acquired. This book is from Yolanda Jordan, and you probably have heard of her as the My Pretty Brown Doll lady on Instagram, and she has produced her very first book. I'm so proud of her. So this is the My Pretty Brown Doll is the name of the book also. And she says crochet patterns for a doll that looks like you. So I believe Yolanda started her business because she realized that there weren't a lot of folks making dolls for darker toned complexions. But the beauty of these patterns is that you can knit them in whatever color you want. So I am, as you know, I'm primarily a knitter, so I'm going to have to really carve out some time to look through these patterns and see which ones I might be able to do. There's a picture of Yolanda, the maker. So, but really, really cute patterns in here. Lots of detail. You've got some themed patterns, like I just came across a soccer girl. Here's a ballerina. So lots and lots of options. So not only do the patterns come for the, here's a cheerleader. So cute. So you get the pattern for the doll, but you also get the patterns for the clothes, including really cute things like, look at those shoes. And look at the pocketbook or the purse. I'm dating myself. Does anyone else still call a handbag a pocketbook? That's a really old school thing. Really, really cute. So congratulations, Yolanda, on this beautiful book. And I can't wait to dive in. So yeah, I think that's all. Of course, I have acquired many more things since the last time we chatted, including a watercolor paint set that I am so excited about because this month is, I believe it's called National Watercolor Month. So as a matter of fact, this morning I was actually doing some watercolor painting in my journal. So I hope to have lots and lots of watercolor projects to share with you very soon. So in addition to knitting and crocheting, I've been doing quite a bit of journaling in my art journals and planning in my planner, some decorative planning. And why don't I just insert a few pictures of a few of the spreads I've done since the last time we chatted. Yes, so having so much fun with that, and I'm really trying to get on a schedule where I can um, really be able to post more videos on this channel here about my journaling process. I'm still very new to the process and learning so many things. Um, and so, as I promised, I definitely want to take you along with me on that journey. So stay tuned. I'm working on some things so that I'm not overextending myself. But I think the way to do it is to just schedule it. Just schedule little bits and blips of time, certain days, so that I can be able to share more of that with you. Other than that, um, our latest collection in the sticker and stationery shop, thefibertree.com, is the homebody collection. And I'll insert a few pictures of that collection here. In addition to that, there are several other things that will be coming to the shop. Several journals. I have a journal D-stash that's going to be coming to the shop soon. Lots of journals that I've acquired over the years that I will be putting on the website and marking down at really, really good prices. We have a fun collection of lemons. If you like lemons and lemonade quotes and lemon quotes, then we've got you covered. Those are also coming to the shop in a couple of weeks in preparation for the month of August. So, yeah, I think that's all I have to share with you today. Um, let's see, I'm really hoping to get back here within a couple of weeks or 2 weeks. Um, Hopefully I can level off as far as work tasks and responsibilities and home tasks and health, and be able to be back here on a regular basis. So that's always the goal. But if you don't see me, then you know that I'm either super busy or just not feeling well. Congratulations again to the winners of the Vest Along, and let me know what you want and send me your address, and I will get those out to you as soon as possible. So again, have so much fun in your making, in your crafting, and I will see you again in the next episode. Bye-bye.